Hi, what is up, guys? I am back in the old Swinstead area. Yeah, I am awesome. I'm the shit. Yep. Oh, that was my phone. Okay, so I'm here to give you my Raw review for June 3rd, 2013. Now, this Raw was okay. It was like it was a pretty average show. I'm not really gonna put it any more. It was just kind of average. It was just kind of there. But I did like some of the stuff that was on the show. So let's just get to work. So it starts out with well, it has JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the Kid Lawler on commentary. Always gonna talk about that. Actually, I should read the. Before I continue any further, I want to read you this text that I got from WWE because I like to do that when I get them. It says, tonight on Raw, Triple H takes on Curtis Axel. And it's Randy Orton and Team Hell No versus The Shield in a 6-man tag team match. Tune in tonight at 8/7 Central on USA Network. That felt cold. So let's just get right into it then. Not the calendar, let's go to the memos. Okay. So it tells you what's going to happen with the Triple H stuff that I was just telling you about. And with the WWE Championship situation between John Cena and Ryback. Then Stephanie McMahon comes out and cuts a promo. She doesn't think it's a good idea for Triple H to be competing in the match after being hit over the head with the sledgehammer by Brock Lesnar. And then the next night he was nearly collapsed at ringside. And she is concerned because he has a wife and 2 kids at home, and she thinks that he's giving you that Triple H is giving you his heart and his soul, and that should never ever wrestle Curtis Axel because he's under him. So then Vince McMahon comes out, and I thought Vince McMahon was gonna not go through with the match because he's Vince McMahon, but he was with Stephanie because fans were booing, so he tells the fans not to boo. And then he says that it makes sense because Curtis Axel is a talented wrestler. He could take him out. Triple H could be out for a while, and he talks about how you fans are just gonna love it when he's out of action. And then Stephanie says that we love Triple H too. That's why we're doing this. Then Vince McMahon mentions the fact how Kofi Kingston was injured on Friday when he was being put through the tables by Ryback, and we all chanted for more. And I should mention to this to you now. Kofi Kingston has had elbow surgery, so he's gonna be out of action for a couple months. So then that was really it, all that Vince McMahon said. Then the Shield came out, but then it went to commercial. But I guess they let them go free because they're the bosses, and I guess if they attack the boss, they're fired. So then we get a match. We get the Shield versus Randy Orton and Team Hell No, which is Kane and Daniel Bryan. The Shield consists of Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. This was an okay tag match. Team Hell No and Randy Orton took control over the Shield members, and then the Shield members started to dominate Kane. Then Randy Orton got the hard tag and hit the double DDT on Rollins and Ambrose. But then he tried to do it to Reigns, but then Seth Rollins ambushed him from behind. And then the Shield started to dominate Orton. Then Daniel Bryan got a hot tag, and he was just on fire. He was doing drop kicks, suicide dives, yes kicks, and then he tries to pin him, but the Shield members break it up, and Kane tries to chokeslam Ambrose and Rollins, but then Roman Reigns spears Kane. Randy Orton RKO Seth Rollins, and he tries to RKO Roman Reigns, but he counters, and Roman Reigns counters, and Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton bump heads, and then Dean Ambrose hits that weird finisher on Daniel Bryan for the win, and that was the match. Pretty good 6-man tag. I liked the ending especially. That's a story. Then we get a WrestleMania 29 ad. It's on the DVD. Go get it on DVD if you haven't seen it yet. I'm just kidding. It's not really worth the time. Then Team How No and Randy Orton are backstage arguing about the match. Daniel Bryan says that he screwed him, and then Randy Orton says it's the wrestling ring. Things happen out there, and he tells him that he thinks he's the weak link, and that he thinks that he has no respect for him and he doesn't trust him. So then he decides he's gonna have another match to prove that he can be trusted. Then Triple H is backstage. He goes to Vince's office and he wants to wrestle Curtis Axel tonight, but the McMahons aren't letting him. Stephanie McMahon says that you have 2 children at home. Please don't go through with this. Your career could be over. Vince McMahon talks about how talented Curtis Axel is. Then Triple H says that no one's gonna stop me. You're not gonna stop me from wrestling this match. And then Triple H says, please don't make me go there. No, Vince McMahon says, please don't make me go there. And then then Triple H just and Vince leave. Next then, the Usos, which is Jimmy and Jey Uso versus the Primetime Players, which is Titus O'Neil and Darren Young. Okay match. Good stuff in the tag division. Hopefully we can see these guys get a tag team championship match. One of the Usos hits the splash on the Superfly splash on Darren Young for the win. That was cool. Biggie Langston and Alberto Del Rio are backstage, head into the match. It talks about the Olympics. I was kind of falling asleep, so I kind of missed this, but I woke up just in time for this match. It's Alberto Del Rio versus Biggie Langston with AJ Lee. Their matches are kind of getting boring, because they've had so many matches that I just don't care anymore. So it's just kind of like that Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston stuff, except they're having so many matches. It's just you don't really know what to do with it. They don't really know what they're doing with Alberto Del Rio because Ziggler's still on that concussion. So pretty much what happened is Del Rio's trying to get Biggie Langston to tap to the cross arm breaker. He never taps out. He just gets in it a lot. And then while he's in the cross arm breaker, Del Rio rolls him up for the win. I don't know why they don't do that kind of stuff with Dolph, where he doesn't tap to it. He just tapped right away. So they're showing more faith in giving Biggie Langston a main event push instead of Dolph Ziggler. You guys are fucking cool. And then I want to mention actually before I'm done that it announces that 2 things on main event. It announces that Sheamus is gonna face Antonio Cesaro, and on SmackDown it announces that Team How No and Randy Orton are gonna be the guest on Miz TV. I wanted to mention that before I forgot. So then Sheamus is backstage heading to his match. We get a WWEshop.com ad. WWE line. It shows the segment between Sheamus and Damian Sandow on SmackDown. We get Sheamus versus Cody Rhodes with Damian Sandow on commentary. Damian Sandow is pretty good on commentary. He talks about how smart he is. He actually brought a book ringside. I was expecting him to read that. Sheamus and Cody Rhodes didn't have a bad match. One good part was when Sheamus missed the blow kick and Cody Rhodes hit the neck breaker. I actually liked that part right there. And then Cody Rhodes went for the moonsault. Sheamus moved out of the way and hits him with the blow kick. Pretty good stuff. After that, Sheamus goes to shake Damian Sandow's hand, but he doesn't want to shake it. Sandow doesn't want to shake his hand because Sheamus' hands are filthy. So then Sheamus just kind of slaps and punches him, and then he just slaps him, and then Sheamus slaps him, and Sandow goes down. So I think this is going to be a pretty good feud so far. Have Sandow go over a little bit, have Sandow look strong, because then it's just going to make Sandow kind of look like a bitch. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are backstage. Triple H is upset that he can't wrestle Curtis Axel, so he just leaves. Not because Vince McMahon told him to. So then he says that he says he's leaving because he doesn't want to kick Vince's ass in front of his grandkids. So then he says that he's gonna be back next week to fight Curtis Axel. So yeah, I wonder if they're gonna not have the match next week either. Daniel Bryan's backstage. He's still pissed. He runs into Ryback. Ryback kind of brags about what he did to Kofi Kingston, and then he says he could do the same thing to Daniel Bryan. So Daniel Bryan says that he's not intimidated by that. He challenges Ryback to a match, and Ryback accepts. Pretty cool stuff right there. And then Curtis Axel, Paul Heyman, and Vince McMahon are backstage. They're talking about how talented he is, and that Triple H is not going to be wrestling. So then they say they're going to see him on SmackDown. But Vince McMahon makes a match between John Cena and Curtis Axel in a no disqualification match. Fandango's backstage heading to his match. And then we get Fandango versus the Great Khali with Hornswoggle and Natalya. Khali just kind of hits him. And then Fandango just decides to leave for no reason. But then he runs into the... Something just went on my leg. Hope that's not piss. I know it's not piss because I didn't pee. I would have felt piss coming out of my dick. But anyways, just get back to work. Anyways, I was talking about how Miz got up on the ramp and kind of was taunting at Fandango, but then Wade Barrett came up from behind and hit him with the bullhammer elbow. And then well, actually, wait. I don't know if there was an advertisement. Let me check. Come on, no, that's not it. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm trying to get to RAW. See if there was an advertisement. We get a SmackDown ad. It kind of advertises what Daniel Bryan could do. We get the Miz versus Wade Barrett. Miz is still kind of all woozy from the bullhammer elbow, so Barrett just kind of dominates him. Then Miz kind of works on the leg so we can soften him up for the figure 4. Then Barrett gets out of it the first time. Well, Barrett reverses it the first time. Fandango's music then hits, and then Miz gets it in the second time, and Wade Barrett taps out. Made Wade Barrett look weak because he can't even beat someone he just hit his finisher on. Yeah, make Wade Barrett like a world champion. I don't want to see him with the Intercontinental Championship anymore. Thank you. Triple threat though. Miz is going to win the Intercontinental Championship. It shows Triple H and H's match being called off. And then we get a Chris Jericho and CM Punk contract signing for the match of Payback. This feud's okay. We've seen it before last year. But no matter what, we're going to see a good match because Chris Jericho and CM Punk always have good matches. So I think we could see good matches out of them. A good match. They talk about their contract signing, and Chris Jericho kind of puts over Mark's Punk in a way with all his tight accolades, how he almost beat Undertaker at WrestleMania, how he was the longest reigning WWE champion, 400, I think he said 43 days. So then Paul Heyman says that the match is gonna be in Chicago, CM Punk's hometown. So CM Punk's like the hometown hero, and Chris Jericho's like a heel. So then Jericho says that we'll just have it at SummerSlam in Los Angeles. Heyman says no. Then he says we'll just have it in Washington, D.C. He says no, and then he's going to say we'll have it right here tonight. Well, he said where RAW was. He said no. So then Jericho says we'll just have it in Chicago because CM Punk's a bad man and he deserves to be beaten for it. So then he wants to find a place to store the contract. In the WWE, and then he has Heyman unbutton his shirt and he puts it in his pants, and then he says he'll see him in Chicago. Okay stuff. We get the WWE app ad. Then we get the Bellas and AJ Lee versus the Funkadactyls and Caitlyn. I think I had a dream or something this happened, because actually I feel like this has happened, but it was a different way. But AJ just leaves one of the Bellas to fend for herself, and that Bella gets speared by Caitlyn and pins her for the win. So Caitlyn and the Funkadactyls win. Who cares? Let's have the match already. Daniel Bryan's backstage. Kane comes up to him and he says, out of his many years in being in WWE, he's never seen someone with his drive and his heart. He says that he's not the weak link. You have nothing to prove in this match. So Daniel Bryan says that Kane's won. He said this match means everything. This match will prove that I am not the weak link. So then Kane says that he's leaving. Then we get the Watt family video package. I'm liking these guys. They kind of remind me of horror characters. It just reminds me of it. So I hope that they continue doing this. Please use these guys right, because this seems like these guys are going to be awesome. Then we get Daniel Bryan versus Ryback. Yeah, this match was pretty good. Actually, I really liked this match. I liked it when Ryback did the went for the that Luther's press moves where he slams your head on the mat, but Daniel Bryan counters into a half Boston Crab. And then Ryback just kind of dominates him with power moves. And then Daniel Bryan kind of starts to get back into it. He does a diving headbutt halfway across the ring to Ryback, and then he goes for one of his he goes for his no kick, but then Ryback counters into a power bomb. So then he goes for another one, but Daniel Bryan gets him in the no lock. Ryback gets the ropes. He goes to do a diving headbutt, and then Ryback moves out of the way, and Daniel Bryan hits the announce table hold. Then he gets thrown. Then Ryback sends him spine first into the steel post 3 times, and then he grabs the table and he power bombs Bryan through it, and then Ryback gets disqualified, and then he leans one of the tables against he leans the table against the timekeeper's area, but then Cena comes out to make the save, and then Cena has to have his match with Curtis Axel with Paul Heyman. In a no disqualification match. Awesome match right here. There wasn't really many weapons used. There was a lot of chairs and stuff, but it was still good. I liked when Axel got offense in when Heyman swept the leg, and then Axel did a flying axe handle over the top over the apron. Then Axel used the chair a lot, but then at some Cena, there was times when the chair was wedged and Cena went shoulder first. Cena did comebacks. He tried to hit the AFU on him, but he failed. There actually were countouts in this match, and there's never usually countouts when there's a no DQ match. I thought that was kind of interesting. There was one moment where Cena had the STFU on Axel, but then Axel used the laptop to get out of it, so I thought that was cool. And then Cena went for the FU, but then he went to do it to Heyman. Ryback ambushed Cena from behind, and he put him through the table. Then Axel won again by... Oh, I don't know why is my fin lighting up? But anyways, Axel won again by countout. And then that was it. So that was it for Raw. Pretty good Raw. It was kind of average, but there's nothing really much I could say about it. I think they're doing a good job with Ryback, making him look like a monster right now. Keep going. And I like what they're doing with this Triple H stuff of having him not wrestle. I think eventually he's going to wrestle. I don't think they're building to a Triple H Vince McMahon match, but I think they're building up to a Triple H eventually getting this match with Curtis Axel. And he's probably just going to beat him, and then Curtis Axel's just going to go nowhere. But, and I like the build up between CM Punk and Chris Jericho. It would be better if CM Punk was there, but nothing really you can do. But that's pretty much it, guys. Look for my 300 videos idea. I'm going to put it in the description box this time, and I'm just going to upload it again on Facebook. But that's pretty much it, guys. See you later. Oh, I missed it. That's pretty much it, guys.